I dare anybody to tell me differently. The Golden State Warriors, Joe Lacob, has put the Warriors in an incredible position. You know what this year's like for the Warriors?
What?
It's tryouts. The Golden State Warriors this year are going to try to win a title and also have tryouts. What do I mean? Virtually every player on the roster has pressure on him or is playing for a contract. So, here's what I was thinking.
All right.
Let's take a look. There's only two players with no pressure on them. Steph Curry
Okay, I
and
agree.
Kevon Looney, because he just got a contract.
All right, I didn't have Looney. All
Think
right.
about this. Jonathan Kuminga. Well, apparently he's got a work ethic problem.
Everybody's watching now.
So now Jonathan Kuminga is going to be monitored. James Wiseman. Well, he's got a lot of pressure on him. If he doesn't stay healthy this year, they might have to move off.
Wow.
All right, so Wiseman's got responsibilities. Jordan Poole, he wants to get paid.
Yeah.
He didn't get paid last year.
No, he didn't. I thought he was.
Jordan Poole wants to get paid. How is he going to play in a contract year? Andrew Wiggins, he's a free agent at the end of the season.
Two-way league.
What do you do with Andrew Wiggins? All right, Moses Moody. Can he take a bigger role? He's got pressure. And then here are the last two. And these are the ones that are going to get people fired up. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. They have pressure on them, and they have money at stake. If Draymond Green doesn't have a good year, he can forget about an extension at the end of this upcoming year. If he doesn't have a good year, he's done.
Right.
He's done with the Warriors if he does not have a good year. I firmly believe that. Klay Thompson. Can Klay Thompson be better than last year?
I believe he can.
Okay.
All right.
He kind of better be. Because if he's not, then you don't re-sign Klay Thompson in a year.
But you could see a scenario where Joe would do that to Klay?
Absolutely. Positively. Yes. The bottom line is they can just let everybody play and have the decision made all these decisions for them. Jordan Poole's really good. Let's extend him. Andrew Wiggins was really good. We'll extend him too. Draymond was hurt all year again, or most of the year again, and now this playoff, he missed games. Okay, well now he's got one more year left in his deal. You're not extending him. Same with Klay Thompson if he takes a step back this year. Hey, Joe Lacob, you want to get paid? Everybody wants to get paid? Do something this year. Show me what you got this year.
So you're saying there's not enough pie for everybody, regardless.
There isn't enough pie. Joe Lacob essentially said it. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. They all have contracts coming up.
Amazing,
they
man.
will not all be Warriors in 2 years.
Damn.
They just won't. Joe Lacob's already made it clear he cannot keep this up. So which of the four? Which of the four has the least encouraging year of those four? Because I think that person's not going to be around. I really do.
Well, when I look at it from a skill set standpoint, and I'm thinking Klay is going to be way better than he was, and there were nights I'm like, man, he's back. He has a repertoire I feel he could tap back into. My answer, and again, I'm not hating Steiny or people out there think I'm hating. It would be Draymond I would be worried about, but Dre already fired the first shot, letting you know what he thought he was worth and how much. I know it's just business, but if he doesn't go out here and for some reason or another, now we got to add this about Dre. Steiny, I thought when he got hurt, Defensive Player of the Year was in his. It was right there. He was to.
They won 9 in a row when he went down.
I do understand that, but he came back, didn't have the best finals, and bench gate or whatever you want to call it. He did get back up. That's the one where I would be most worried about. And there's just something eating at me, and maybe it's just the relationship that he has with Clutch Sports, who is his representation, and LeBron. That it wouldn't be the end of the world to dip up out of here. Like that, you talk about challenges,
right?
And there's just something eating at me. But if you ain't asked me, confidence, I don't think he can get back into 16 Dre like Klay can revert back to, because he can still get you buckets. Wiggins is going to be Wiggins. Poole, I'm not even worried about JP. And who was the other one we had, Steiny? Wiseman.
Wiseman and Kuminga.
I just don't. Remember Joe fought anybody that would listen. The 37 games, I believe.
Loves Wiseman.
Yeah, he said there was some positives. So I can't see a scenario. Klay Thompson's not a Warrior, Steiny. I used a word yesterday to you, and you kind of got depressed. A lifer. That's what I think Klay is. And the fact that he's come back from these 2 injuries, to me, that means something. And he was 50, 60, 70%, and he still got it done, and he was your starting 2 guard.
You know what?
You don't just say sayonara to that.
No, you don't, but I don't like look at
Klay.
Klay's numbers actually were not bad last year. First of all, he averaged more points per minute than he's ever averaged in his career. All right?
Didn't know that.
Now, he shot a lot.
Right.
He averaged 24.9 a game per 36 minutes. Now, his shooting percentage was 43%, and he's a career 46%. So he went down 3 points.
Okay. We can work.
And then his 3-point percentage 2 years ago, or last he played, was 40.2.
Damn.
This year was 38.5. Like, I don't know how much better he can. What does Klay better look like? Like, to me, it's marginally better shooting. I thought his defense was pretty good at the end. Like, how can...
Okay, I got something for you.
Yeah.
So we saw Andrew Wiggins, to his credit, earn a all-star spot, and he did that because I believe Klay wasn't there. But now, if Klay is on point, he will be that all-star along with Steph Curry. I don't believe all 3 of them are going to the all-star game. The chef's in, that we know. But I think, just by happenstance, Steiny, the shots that Wiggins was accustomed to, some of those are going to go to the guy that, gets up out of bed letting them go. And that's Klay Thompson. And to hear those numbers, it felt like when he first came back, it was 23% from 3.
Yeah.
Would you say 38?
38.5.
Damn.
38.5.
And they won the finals.
Yep.
Went through the alls with that.
Let me see what he did. Let me see what he did in the playoffs.
I'm going to try to guess.
No chance.
From 3.
Wait a minute. I'm doing something wrong here. This can't be right. Never mind. I can't
get it.
I can't do it right now. Hold on a second. Playoffs. Klay Thompson, 22 games. Wait a minute. This can't be right. He had the exact same stats.
No way, Steiny.
So I've got Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson played 32 games in the. This can't be right. He played 32 games in the regular season, shot 42.9%. In the playoffs, he played 22 games and shot 42.9%. This cannot be right.
Yeah, wow.
It is.
Regular season.
No, he says it is.
Regular season.
Wow.
Klay Thompson, 32 games. He shot 38.5% from the 3-point range. In the playoffs, 22 games. He shot 38.5% in the playoffs. His numbers were exactly the same.
Man.
They were exactly the same.
That's Steiny. I don't even think the Warriors know that.
I can't believe that. How did I miss that?
Way. You got it to read. He said it's right.
That's incredible.
And you just came up with it.
No, I was looking at his stats because I was like, okay, how do you play in the playoffs, better or worse? And I think he was better in the playoffs than he was in the regular season because I thought his defense was better in the playoffs than it was in the regular season. But
you got to send that to Raymond. Do you think they know that?
Knows.
Okay.
That's a good question.
But I don't think
888-957-9570. Our Warrior fans, did you know that? Did you know that?
Don't lie either.
Come on now. Or did Steiny give you a little nugget?
I felt like I had
Klay
something
Thompson,
to do with it too.
42.9% from the field.
That's a type.
38.5% from 3.
Boy.
Exactly the same
that is
in the regular season and in the playoffs. I guess I got to look at his free throw shooting.
Please do.
This cannot be the same.
Steals, assists.
Why don't we?
Give us
regular season, Klay shot 90.2% from the foul line. In the playoffs, he was 86.7, so that doesn't really add up.
Right? 2 is enough already. Yeah. That's
man.
Hey, is Rick? Who is it? That's crazy.
That is crazy,
man. Steiny.
So, what do you think about my idea, though? That it's tryouts.
I almost forgot it. Oh yeah, no, it's real.
Wow.
You were like you got upset, but you didn't. No, I get it. But I don't think Klay Thompson's on that tryout list. That's just me. I think for what he's done, what he's been through, he's the guy that's going to be the Brandon Belt, Crawford. He'll be here when this thing is we say bye to Steph.
Well,
Dre,
what about this?
So.
What about who's got the worst contract in the Warriors?
Dre.
See, I think it's Klay. Especially if Dre's going to opt out that last year, like he's talking about. That's why I think Klay.
But he could come back and average 26 for you or 25. Nobody would fall out their chair, Klay Thompson, and shoot 38% from 38.5 from 3. To me, that's living up to the contract. Because that's what you've been pretty much your whole, when you got it.
No, the most he's ever averaged in a season, 22.3. 22.3. Klay Thompson, and that was in 16-17.
Well, that's lowering it. Of course, he can get that.
No, that's his highest he's ever averaged.
My point to you was I need an offense to justify the contract, and I feel like Dre, there's a fall off.
Well, there's a big fall off.
Right. That's why he got the award for me.
For Dre.
Yeah. And I appreciate Dre for the haters out there.
So my point was this, Bay Area, is I'm starting to realize that the Warriors were so. Oh, I know.
You got it.
Here it is. Who was I in the car with the other day? And I heard this word.
It wasn't me.
This is the new word. Everybody's using this new word. God, who was I with?
Swag.
No. I know the word. I'm trying to think who I was with. It's a big word now in the corporate world. You're trying to be intentional about something.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's corporate speak, and what it is I'm trying to be intentional about my what I want to accomplish here at 95.7 The Game. I want to go down as one of the greatest radio guys ever. I'm trying to be intentional. Anyway,
off to a great start.
No, and now I forgot how I was going to use intentional. Well, the Warriors were intentional this offseason, letting it ride.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
I thought Wiggins and your boy were going to get the bag.
I thought one of them might. One of them might.
No.
But now, I really do think it's not this cut and dry. But I do think it's you might have to make a decision between Poole and Wiggins. And if you like them both, or they both have really good years, then maybe you have to make a decision on Klay or Draymond.
See, I just don't think the love is that strong for both Poole and Wiggins to say. See, there's also
who's more important, Poole or Wiggins?
Wiggins right now.
I kind of think so too.
I got it, man. That's a hell of a it's Wiggins. But Steiny, I feel like you're missing the other political aspect of this. Is the love for Poole and Wiggins to the point to where you would like to say bye,
yes,
and the fans say bye to Klay?
Yeah, that's
if you do that, then you are Suge Knight, Joe Knight. That's cutthroat. Because there's that part of it. We drafted you. You've been to the darkest. You've been to the abyss and back. We're going to say bye?
Yes. If they're not productive.
Oh, well, I'm assuming, like you said, 22, he can get that.
How is Klay Thompson, how many minutes what's he going to be worth 2 years from now? How many minutes did he play? Played 30.
Yeah, see, I think that could go up. I think he's on the right track. Man, Steiny, I really do.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I thought he looked pretty good last year. But by the end of the year, he was really
he started dunking the balls. Steiny, he was going to the rack dipping.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but he can't be noticeably better than he was in the postseason. You know what I mean? That was basically
he hate his numbers.
Klay Thompson, right?
Yeah.
So
he probably is listening on the boat like, Steiny, I'm untouchable, baby.
Well, then why am I reading a story that Klay Thompson could be a bull?
Well, Giannis said he could be one too, but where's that from?
Hey, by the way, I was talking to, I got a source in the community.
You'll tell me.
In Chicago. Yeah. No. Apparently Chicago's got the biggest Greek population of any city in the country. Chicago. And, of course, he's Greek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a Buck now.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Chicago, it's only an hour and a half up the road.
Yeah.
I should say down the road. But anyway, we got a lot of time to talk about the Golden State Warriors. But to me, it's becoming pretty clear that this year is going to dictate who gets paid and who doesn't get paid. And who's a Warrior.
Yeah.
Who's a Warrior for life.
They're going to blow up now.
And what do you mean?
Like, because I thought you were throwing this to the, like, how would you do it if you were Joe Lacob? Well, to the fans.
But see, that's the point. Like, I don't think Joe Lacob knows that. He doesn't know.
Whoa.
No, he does not. He does not. They do not know what they're going to look like next year.
So Poole could let's say Poole had a bad season.
Right.
You played your way off the team.
Maybe.
Essentially. I mean, we know you didn't do it on purpose, but that's what the stakes are to you.
Well, he'll be a restricted free agent, so you'll still be able to match. But here's the other thing. If a team comes out of nowhere, Orlando, that's the team that's been mentioned, and says, we'll give Jordan Poole $25 million a year, Warriors are going to have to match that to keep
And he's going to get
match
that.
it.
Oh, he'll have some suitors. Kings on line one with Mike Brown.
So if they match that, how are they going to re-sign Wiggins?
Hey, I get it. It's a puzzle.
It's hard, but again, I want to get back to what I said at the start of this segment, which is this is perfect. To me, it's set up perfectly.
Because everybody's hungry.
Yes, essentially. I love where they're at right now. Here's the other thing: they don't have
no pressure on Moody.
Any long-term contracts right now. Essentially, except Steph, but Steph's the outlier. He's the one who doesn't fit into this equation. Let's go to Spaz. Spaz is in the city. He says, I'm killing him even though I'm loving where the Warriors are at. What's up, man?
What's up with my guys? How y'all been?
You're all right, man.
All right, that's good. That's good. Look, Steiny, I don't normally disagree with too much of what you're saying. I might disagree with how you say it sometimes, but I don't really speak on it. But this is crazy. Like, Steph and Klay are together. I know they didn't come in at the same time, but we to get rid of Klay. I can't imagine that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not imaginable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What about Draymond? What about Dre?
Draymond, I don't think so neither because, people try to, get on him about his scoring, but he do everything else.
So Spaz, what you're saying is you believe Curry, Draymond, and Klay will all retire Golden State Warriors.
I believe they will if Draymond just take a pay cut next year.
All right. Thanks, Spaz.
Wow.
I don't.
Oh, he's not. He told you he's not.
What?
Draymond taking a pay cut.
Oh, no. Oh. I'm saying I do not believe the big three that all of them will retire Warriors. My inclination is Draymond Green will not retire a Warrior. But I also think there's a chance neither will Klay Thompson.
I think he's a lifer.
Maybe. I might be wrong there. I'm wondering what Warrior fans think about that. And here's the other thing. Everybody is so reluctant to trade either Draymond, Klay, or Steph, and I get that. But what about the old Bill Walsh? I'd rather get rid of a guy a year early than a year late. Do we like that or do we not like that?
We do, but when I look at Klay, I see a lot of chicken left on the bone. It will never be as difficult for him to overcome and come back and know what it feels like to play every other night like we just seen, and yet his numbers on the biggest stage didn't dip. So I got to believe there's a lot left on the bone. So, and now, Steiny, if you were to dangle Klay, remember I was like, his value's down right now. I mean, you were to get on the phone. I mean, it would be some suitors for him almost before.
For Klay?
Yeah, almost like before he got hurt. Dude, he was dunking the basketball on drives. It's all coming to me now. And I'm like, science is amazing. I mean,
See, I wonder how much value Klay and Draymond have to other teams. I really do. I'm not saying they don't have any value.
If the Lakers or the Bucks could, even Boston, well, they got Williams, but could have a Dre. You could have both. Come on, Steiny. So I'm giving Dre his flowers. All winners. It would be all the winning teams, 6 or 7 of them lined up for a dude like Draymond
I don't
Green.
know about 6 or 7.
And I think he knows this.
Who?
Draymond. And he's probably sipped champagne. Whose wedding were they at? His own wedding. Draymond talking to LeBron about possibly playing together. The dude knows his worth.
Klay's contract's worse than Draymond's,
and that's why he ain't going nowhere.
Klay's making $40 million this year and then $43 million.
Has he earned it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's up.
I mean, he's got it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's. I mean,
no doubt.
They've paid him $70 million for 2 years of not playing.
Yeah.
So I think everything's fair.
And 4 chips.
Julio is in Redwood City. Hey, Julio, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. It's funny that you guys were talking about Klay Thompson today because last night I was watching the replay of Game 4 of the NBA Finals in Boston, the Steph Curry Legacy game.
Okay.
And, man, I just got so much anxiety watching Klay Thompson. He was chucking up so many shots. If you guys rewatch it, even after, we know the results, I'm watching yesterday, I'm like, Klay, why are you taking that shot? He's taking a turnaround jumper, 17 seconds left on the shot clock, and he's taking an ill-advised turnaround jumper and missed it. And, quite a few of them, and I don't know the exact stats, but I felt like that. And I was thinking, why is Klay doing that? Because, Klay, before the injury, he was not like that. Yeah, he used to, chuck up some shots, but not like that. So
no, he shot at a higher rate for sure. He shot more times.
He was trying to get back. He ain't bashful.
You know what he was?
Yeah.
Game 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Game 4, he had 18 on 7 for 17.
How about Game 1?
4 for 10.
How about Game 1, though, Steiny? That's when they...
Game 1, 6 for 14, 3 for 7, 15 points in 39 minutes.
Damn.
Game 2,
that
was 4 for 19.
Yeah.
But they won that. They won by 20. They won by 20. Then he had 2 7 for 17s and a 7 for 14 in Game 6, which they won. And then Game 6, the clincher, Game 5. And then he was 5 for 20. 5 for 20. He had to miss 15 shots to get that percentage exactly like it was in the regular season.
That's amazing.
It is pretty amazing.